And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I'm reviewing Assassin's Creed 2, called Assassin's Creed Second Assassin's Creed game. This is again part of the Ezio trilogy that I've been playing. I realize now, out of my own fault, that I played this trilogy in reverse order. I do apologize for that. I'm going to try and upload it in the correct order, but they're going to seem a little out of whack. My bad. Sorry. You can rip on me in the comments all you want. Yeah. Anyway. I got a lot to say about this game, though, being probably the last Assassin's Creed game that I'm going to play, at least for quite a while. So, I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? We'll say good story. I don't think it's as good of a story as Revelations. I think it is the next one. Right? I think it was Revelations. I don't think it's as good as Revelations. However, or is it Brotherhood? I don't remember. Whichever the next one is, I don't think it's as good as that one. However, it's still a good story. It's a good origin story. The tie-in between the modern day stuff and the past stuff is done still really well. It's something I really, really like. So it's good. It's not as addicting as other stories in the Assassin's Creed franchise that I've played. This is my 5th Assassin's Creed game now. Still don't think it's as good. However, I still do really enjoy it. It's addicting. It's on your toes. All that sort of stuff. So these accents suck. They're really annoying. They're trying to be something that they're not. I don't like them. Sorry, I just don't. It's wild that in this game we have Leonardo da Vinci. Wild that he's in this game. We have Madonna, apparently. And we have Mario. It's me, Mario. They actually say that in this game. You cannot tell me. Okay, I get it. It's Italian, set in Rome, get all that. You cannot tell me that wasn't a Super Mario reference. You cannot tell me that. Cannot tell me that. Also, just randomly saying Madonna. That was wild. The Da Vinci stuff is actually kind of cool, though. I will not lie. He plays a much bigger role in this game than I would ever think he would ever play in a video game. But I think it was pretty good. So. There's also a lot of prostitutes in this game, and they actually play a big role in the functionality of like the gameplay. They're an essential part of it. In fact, going through the towns and you can seduce people to get out of certain situations and like get into new paths. Okay, wild. But very interesting way for the game to go, I must say. I will say otherwise, though. Some of the other gameplay is good. Traversing the worlds feels really good. There's not as much of jumping off of buildings randomly when you're trying to go up and he decides to leap off to his death. Not much of that in this game. Which is crazy, seeing that this was the first game in this trilogy. So you would think it would have the most problems, but actually, it has the least amount of problems. Which is just really, really sad. But otherwise, it still feels good to traverse the world. Rome looks good, and the other places that we go throughout Italy also look good. So that's awesome. We get to do that. I'll also say the combat isn't as good. It was definitely cool to kind of notice how the combat improved throughout these games. I am a big fan of the Assassin's Creed combat from Revelations and Brotherhood. Not from this game, though. It's too tactical, in my opinion. And maybe that's because I'm a big fan of the Batman Arkham games, their combat as well, where you're just spamming buttons, beating the shit out of people. You gotta parry attacks, and it's really fun to parry attacks because, they do a lot of cool, epic stuff. They flow really well. This game is just, to me, I think the combat was just too tactical. It didn't have the same elements to it, and it made it pretty difficult to adjust. Granted, had I played them in the correct order, I don't think this would have happened, or at least it wouldn't have been as noticeable. Unfortunately, did not get to that point. Or did not do that, I should say. But I still thought it's good. It's still good combat. But I found myself trying to avoid combat in this game as a result of that, versus in the other two, I was looking for fights more because I really liked the combat. So take that as you may. I mean, everybody's got their own type of combat. It seems like this type of combat that we see in Assassin's Creed 2 is generally more liked than the Arkham style combat that would come in future games. Which, to each their own, whatever. Some like that, some like that. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of more simplicity, just spamming buttons, beating the shit out of people, and that is that. Just my thought. So, but anyway, it's gonna do it. That's all I gotta say about this game. It's a fun game. Overall, again, I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan looking back on it. Now have playing 5 games. I don't plan playing any more of them, at least anytime soon. But maybe eventually I'll get around to some more of the games in the franchise. But it's cool. It's a cool trilogy. I'm glad that they did this because it seems like this was a very popular move. So it's a really cool thing that they did. And obviously, if you're an Assassin's Creed fan and somehow haven't played this game yet, get on that. It's a good game to play. It's a good trilogy to play. As you'll see in my thoughts of the other 2 games. I know, it's a big that moment. But anyway, what are my thoughts on this game? Or my score. Final score, 7 out of 10. That's all I got to put. Sorry. I still liked it, just not as much as other people, and not as much as other Assassin's Creed games. Sorry. But anyways, though, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever played Assassin's Creed 2, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more video game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.